The loneliness of being an artist, you guys. It's a very interesting route, right? It's one of those roads where you don't run into a lot of people, right? You run into artists, right? You run into, like minded individuals, you run into like minded souls. But when you start getting deeper into your artistry, you start realizing that it disconnects you from a lot of things as well. Now, unless you've, really dug deep into your energy and has begun crafting your life around that energy, sometimes it's going to be very, 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 very difficult for you to see the other side of that. And it's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult for you to, get along with people, share space with people when you're in your head. And, and I think there's something artists has to somewhat be okay with. We are in our head a lot. We are in our emotions a lot. And sometimes people won't understand us. That is a-okay. That's part of being an artist. And if you were blessed, or not even if you were blessed, because we were all blessed, but if you figured out what you're good at, what your gift is, if people don't understand you, just say it in your craft. Say it in your gift. Say it in whatever God ordained you to use as a form of communication, and then people will start hearing you. You'll no longer feel disconnected from people because they're acknowledging your art, right? Now, yes, it's going to feel somewhat. I'm gonna let these people pass first. They're like very loud. But yeah, of course, it's going to become a point where you may feel some type of way if people are only acknowledging your art and not you. But you just have to understand your position as an artist. You were blessed with the ability to make people feel. You were blessed with the ability to open people's eyes, elevate them spiritually and energetically. That is a gift. That is a literal blessing. So if your life is playing out in a way where it seems like the only form of expression you have is your craft, is your pen, is your camera, is your whatever your craft is, your drum set, give your life to that. And when I say give your life to that, I mean it in the truest way possible, right? Because when you give your life to something that's not true to you, you're going to lose yourself. And that's a way lonelier path that you can go down. There's levels to loneliness, right? There's a self-isolation, type of loneliness where you're growing almost, and you're not necessarily messed up. You're just focusing your energy inward. And naturally, when you focus your energy inward, when everybody else is just, just in their own little bubble as well, when you go into your own bubble, it's very easy for you to disconnect from people and feel, like they're not even there. Certain periods of your life and certain, times during the day, you might need to actually do that. But then you also realize that the same people that you feel like you're disconnected from is usually just a phone call away, text message away. A lot of the things that we say we don't have access to, especially with the internet, is right there, right? So you're never really lonely. The big thing that artists has to get through is their mental health. That's the end all be all, right? If you can control your mind as an artist, what you do, how you do it, and your efficiency levels while you're doing it is going to start skyrocketing and going through the roof. If you feel like you're lonely, that's probably because you feel like you're not being heard, or you feel like nobody sees you. So if nobody sees you, or if nobody's hearing you, use the thing that you know how to do best to make people feel you, and people gonna understand it. Some things don't need you to say anything, right? Certain musicians don't have to use any lyrics, doesn't have to use any words. They can just play their music, and the emotion of what they're playing tells you exactly what they're feeling. You see it on their face, you see it in their body language. Like it's just a straight tranquility, right? You can do that with your art form. You can do that with whatever the case may be. If you're putting your emotion to it, your perspective, your communication into it, and then simply giving it to the people, they will hear you. You're never lonely. So if you are an artist and you feel lonely, I'm encouraging you to put it into your art and share it, right? Put it into the things that you know you need to, right? Now, I'm not telling you that being an artist by itself is going to completely change your life. You're going to become a millionaire and all this other type of stuff. Like, no, you may live the exact same life. But embracing an art form, embracing some type of creativity may actually save your life instead of change it. Because when you have an outlet to express, an outlet to communicate, an outlet for, you to feel like you're being seen, valued, and appreciated, the chances of you wanting to, get rid of yourself, in other words, goes down because now you feel a sense of connection. Everybody on this planet has a unique way that they can connect with the soul consciousness of this universe. But it's not until you figure out what it is that you do that you are ordained to use as your method of communication in this space, you're forever going to feel disconnected. It's not until you tap into yourself, you tap into the things that you love, you tap into what you're actually trying to say, you tap into what you're actually trying to do, and give it to the people, will you start to truly understand the beauty of being an artist, rather, because all of this is just straight beauty. When you're an artist, that isolation period, like I was saying before, is very rarely meant to destroy you. Typically, when an artist is being isolated, they're being shown something, they're learning something, they're experiencing something. You can't kill creativity. If somebody's creative, that creativity will always be there. It's just a matter of whether or not they're taking the steps to unpack it and keep it at the surface level. Because as you get older, your creativity may get killed if you're not in a space where creativity is nurtured, right? So keep your so keep yourself in spaces where your creativity is being nurtured. Keep yourself in spaces where you have the space to grow as an artist, and I promise you guys, you won't feel alone. Put your heart, put your energy, put your attention, put your focus into what you love, and I promise you, people are going to feed off that energy. Nothing is invisible. That word aura is real. People can feel you when you are truly operating with that energy. People can feel it. I need you guys to operate with that feeling, y'all. And then out of nowhere, you'll start realizing people are having some of the same experience as you, some of the same feelings as you, some of the same thoughts, some of the same perspectives. And then you start realizing at the end of all of this, you are normal. There was nothing different about you. A lot of times, you weren't even as unique as you think you are. You're just disconnected from the people around you. The moment you start to tap into you and that sense of unity comes in, it's almost like a sense of humbleness comes over the equation, because you realize everything is connected and you just simply need to flow with what already is, what you already are, your true essence as an artist. Then everything just starts coming to y'all. I love you.